So at the end of the period, you're probably going to have scraps of clay that you didn't use that were cut away. Usually you could put this back in the big bag of clay, all your fresh clay, but it's been sitting out and I know my clay kind of dries out pretty quickly. So what I'm going to do is kind of squeeze it, you know, kind of recondition it as best as I can. But now what I did, I'm like out of breath because I just ran all the way downstairs. Get a paper towel and wet it and squeeze out the excess water. So this is just a nice damp paper towel and just wrap it around that clay. And what that water will do is it'll start to reactivate or kind of refresh the clay. And then I would get a fresh bag, a different bag. So maybe this bag here is where you keep all your scrap clay. So tomorrow when you start a new project, this clay will be better to use. And then you don't need to keep opening your bag of fresh clay. And then I can show you at a later time how to wedge this. But notice I'm getting all the air out and I'm making it nice and tight. And I'll just keep that with my, on top of my fresh bag of clay, like this. So here's my big fresh bag of clay. And then here is my other one. Here's the other one, like that. That's not helpful, but. And then this, I do want it to dry because I'm done, but I don't want it to dry that quickly. So, kind of out of bags. In this case, I'm just going to take a Ziploc that I had up here. You want to cover it with plastic, but just not all the way. So you can see here there's some air getting under there, but what the plastic will do is it'll prevent it from drying too quickly, and especially with the slab, it's going to tend to warp. So anytime you're done with a project and it needs to dry, you want to dry it slowly, especially if there's little pieces like here. If there's little pieces like this where you have the dog tail that you don't want to break off, this is going to dry slower than this. This will dry much faster and will naturally break off. So you almost want to take saran wrap or plastic and just wrap or cover just that tail tightly, so as this dries, and same thing with the ears because these will tend to break off because they'll dry quicker. So cover all the little pieces that are sticking off with plastic, and then the rest you can leave open to dry slowly, and this will slow it down.